What's going on, guys? Welcome to my Defenders review. Now, I wasn't even planning on doing this. I didn't do it for Daredevil. I didn't do it for Luke Cage. I didn't do it for Jessica Jones. And I sure as hell didn't do it for Iron Fist because I couldn't even finish watching Iron Fist because it was just so boring. But that's just my opinion. I just could not even get through that. Maybe soon I will sit down and actually try to finish watching it, but I just couldn't watch it. Um, so let's talk about Defenders. What my thought? Let's just start with my thoughts on it. I think that the Defenders series. I don't know how many seasons they're gonna do. I think maybe they might do one more after this, but I think pretty much done with this Defenders thing. I mean, I don't expect it having any more seasons, just in my opinion, um, which I will get to further along the review. So I think it was all right. It wasn't as good as the Daredevil series by itself. Uh, but it wasn't as bad as like Iron Fist where it was boring. It was entertaining, and it did a really good job with balancing all the characters, and I like Iron Fist in this a lot more than that. I'll say that right now. There were a few characters I liked a little bit more in other series than others, but let's just stick to the main cast. So Daredevil. Okay, listen, I love Daredevil. Daredevil is basically like the Iron Man to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, that's Daredevil for Netflix. Like, he basically set all the grounds for all the other series that you see on Netflix, and it's really really good. Like, I still like I saw season 1 and season 2 all the way through. Like, I binge watched it. Like, it was so entertaining and so fun to watch. And it I can't say the same for like Luke Cage or Jessica Jones or Iron Fist because they just kind of do their own thing, coming off of that. So the reason why I love the Daredevil's Netflix series so much is because it basically set the bar for all the other ones to come. So that's why a lot of people probably prefer the Daredevil series compared to the other ones, but I still like them. Um, and Daredevil does a really good job in this. Again, he go. You see Daredevil. He doesn't really want to do the whole superhero thing anymore. He tries to let it go, but with the Hand being back in town, he has to get the costume back, and he has to be Daredevil again. Uh, and I just love the way they handle his character. He always does a good job playing as Daredevil. I felt like he was more brutal in this one. He just really ruthless. He just was not in the mood for it. He just got straight to the point with everything, which I really liked. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about Luke Cage now. I love Luke Cage. He's just a really respectful guy. He cares about Harlem so much. And everybody in it. He just tries his best to just protect whoever he can protect, right? Because he's bulletproof, and he's got super strength and all that. I really liked him in this one. There were a few moments where I was like, okay, I'm getting a little bothered by him a little bit, but nothing too dramatic. Um, I liked the dynamic between Iron Fist and Luke Cage because that's how they are in the comics. They're friends, and that's one thing I'm glad they're trying to do in that series. They didn't do it 100%, but they did it well enough to where it's like, yeah, I can see or believe that. All right, so let's move on to Jessica Jones. Now, Jessica Jones, be honest with you, I'm not a big Jessica Jones fan. I'm not a big fan of her because I don't, she just doesn't care. Like that's her character. She drinks all the time. She's just obnoxious. She just doesn't care about what's going on unless she's in the heat of the moment. Um, I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't care. I mean, there's probably still something there that does. That's why she does what she does for a living. But at the same time, it's like, I could care less about her character in this. She wasn't super important. Um, Iron Fist. Oh, great. Here we go. Iron Fist. I will say he does a great job. He does a good job. He does a better job probably in this than he does in his Netflix series, and that's saying something. When he can't do good in his own series, but he's doing better in another series. Like it blows my mind. It blows my mind how a main character in their own main thing cannot is not good. That's crazy to me. I don't understand. But okay, so now we'll use Iron Fist to get more into the plot. So Iron Fist is basically the key to whatever the Hand is after, right? The Hand is after this essence to stay alive, kind of like in Batman with Ra's al Ghul, where he needs this essence to stay alive, like forever, essentially. So that's what the Hand's after, and they need Iron Fist to do it. They need Iron Fist, and there's even a cool scene where I think you've seen it online already, but we'll talk about in the spoilers just in case you haven't. Um, now and then we got Elektra. Elektra is also in this. Um, at first, I was kind of scratching my head, like, what are they doing with her? Essentially, like, I don't really get what they're doing with her. Um, she's kind of like robotic at first, and then like as the show progressed, she became like herself again. Um, but I don't know. I mean, she did good job, but I felt like at first I was a little like, what's your role here? Um, she just kind of takes the role as the main villain of this at the end, which didn't surprise me. I mean, she wasn't not the villain in season 1 of Daredevil, and I don't even think season 2, but she did occasionally fight with Daredevil. But in this one, Daredevil's fighting Elektra, and it was interesting. I liked it. So that's the story. That's basically what the story's about, and I guess I'll give you my final thoughts, and then I'll give you my rating. So, what did I think about the Defenders? Well, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was cool to see all these characters interact with each other. I thought it was very interesting to see how in real life, you would get along with someone on a certain level for a certain reason. Like I like to see all their own little perspectives of what they think about being a team and stuff like that. So I liked the show. There was just a few things that bothered me, or a few things that, and this is not like world, catastrophe or anything like the Avengers. This is more like a grounded. You gotta look at it as more of like a grounded situation where you don't know what to do. I scratched that. I mean, like it's not as big as like the world being destroyed or anything. It's just the city itself. Kind of like in a lot of older movies, where in the X-Men or Spider-Man, where it's just about the city. It's not about the world being destroyed or anything. So you gotta look at it like that, from a grounded perspective. And looking at it from that, I can say that I really did like this. And yes, like I said, there were a few things that bothered me, but overall I liked it. So, and and I didn't really think about it honestly, but now I'm thinking about it, and it's like, what would I really give this? Boy, it's rough. My opinions on the characters. And based off my opinions on the characters and based off the story and the villains, I would have to probably give this an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect. It's not bad either, but it's really good. there was just a few little minor things that I didn't like or that I didn't get or that bothered me. But an 8 out of 10, I think that's fair. So now let's get into spoiler territory. If you haven't watched it, then time for you to go. Get out of here, and watch it. It's a good series if you haven't watched it yet. All right, spoiler talk. Spoiler talk. All right, sorry. I'm all constrained because I feel like the walls are thin, but they're not. They're really not. Okay, so Daredevil dies in this series. So Daredevil and Elektra were fighting. If you guys saw it, and the bomb is gonna blow up, and they're down there. They're fighting. They're just fighting each other while this bomb's gonna go off. I think Daredevil should have been a little bit smart and should have been like, I'm getting out of here. But he was so driven on trying to save Elektra that he didn't leave, and the whole thing collapsed on him when it blew up. And I was like, I was shocked. I was like, oh, no, you can't kill him off. And then at the end we figure out that these nuns saved him and they're nursing him back to health. I saw someone say something about this is taking inspiration from a comic book, a couple comic books actually, from Daredevil's series of books, and I hope they do a good adaptation, because now, ever since Marvel's been doing what they've been doing lately in their movies, I've been like, well, maybe I should actually read the comic so that I can actually know how the comic went, so that I can compare it to that and see how they interpreted it or changed it at all. So I might read the book for that if they have a Daredevil season 3. Now, I truly believe they're going to have one, because the way it ended, it was like, yep, Daredevil season 3, guys, coming soon. So Stick also died in this series. The old man Stick, he's such a dick, and honestly, I didn't want him to die. And when he did die, I was like, oh, well, that sucks. like I wasn't super affected by it, but I was a little bit like, oh man, that really does suck though. So Stick dying, I think did impact Daredevil a lot, and that's probably another reason why he just stayed down there and fought Elektra. But yeah, Elektra killing Stick. Didn't see that coming, actually. I didn't see that coming. Everything that they were doing in that spot, in that scene, did not expect it. I thought, the gang was going to show up and, help him out, but that's not what happened. So Misty finally getting that robo-arm. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know a lot about Misty Knight. I do not know anything about her. The only thing I know is that she's supposed to have this robo arm or something. That's it. And her arm gets cut off by this katana. And I thought that was going to happen in Luke Cage, where her arm was going to get cut off and they were going to, give him the arm during the series as a little side thing. But they never really do that. So I was wondering when were they going to do that, and I guess they just decided to do it here. And then one thing I was kind of scratching my head and thinking to myself when the credits rolled, Iron Fist this is the new defender of the city or something? Is he gonna get that mask? Why didn't he wear the mask? Cause okay, let me explain. So before Daredevil stays down there to fight Elektra, he basically tells Iron Fist to defend his city, and then after all that, we get to a scene where Danny's on a building with his Iron Fist. That would have been a great opportunity to have him wearing the iconic, mask at least. He could have been wearing the yellow mask or something. That would have been cool. But they just didn't do it. I just don't understand. what were you trying to do there? Like, I get what you're trying to say is that Iron Fist is going to try to be a better character because of Daredevil dying. But at the same time, it's like Daredevil should, I mean, Iron Fist should already be a good character. Like, why is he so obnoxious, childish? Just, you were trained by monks. Like, I don't understand. Did they teach you anything about patience or being able to, think logically about things? And that's why a lot of people don't like him in this, or in his own series, because he's just so dumb. He's just so dumb, and hopefully in the next season of Iron Fist or the next season of the Defenders, he gets smarter, because if Iron Fist wasn't just such a loose cannon, the Hand would have never got his hands on him, and all that never would have happened. So it's just, what are you doing with this character there, guys? Figure him out, seriously. But that's pretty much it, guys. Everything, I got all my thoughts out there. Like I said, 8 out of 10. I loved it. Daredevil again, best part for me. I'm rewatching season 2 of Daredevil, actually, just to remember it, because he got me so hyped up when I was watching Defenders with him in it, that I was like, wow, he's just doing such a good job. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite Defender in this? Do you like Daredevil more? Do you like Luke Cage more? Do you like Jessica Jones more? I don't expect those. Or do you like Iron Fist more? And that would be very rare, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.